Hey everyone, Zoraz here from Not Casuals, today bringing you exciting news about Genshin Impact. There is going to be a new Resin Pass. Now, this is going to be like the Welkin Moon, but for Resin. First, I want to say this comes from Zenyet, of course, who is one of the best accounts to follow on Twitter if you want to have the latest news about Genshin Impact. Now, if we look at this, first of all, this is not a leak because this was officially posted on the PlayStation Store. Now, if we look into more detail, this is what it looks like. Of course, this is just the official art for it, and it is obviously not in English, but it will be an English version coming out for sure just after it has been announced. And if you look here, this is what it's going to look like. Now, this is going to be worth $5, this pass, and will provide you with 60 resin on the purchase, as well as for 30 days, you will be getting 40 resin when you log in. So very much like the Welkin Moon. Now this pack will be worth an equivalent of 1,260 resin. It is obviously a pretty nice amount of resin since the biggest problem in the game right now is resin and the artifact system taking so much of it to get complete garbage in return. But if you are someone who's already paying for the Welkin Moon, it is kind of a scam as the resin value for the money is quite bad. Now for some quick maths here. If you spend 50 Primogem every single day on one Resin Refresh, which gives you 60 resin every time, this equivalents to 1,800 resin. So it is quite a lot more than this. And the Welkin Moon gives you an equivalent of 3,000 Primogems in 1 month, which means you can do the refresh and have 1,500 Primogem extra. So you get more resin and you get more Primogems to spend on other stuff for the exact same price. Now, if you are someone who already purchases the Welkin Moon and does the Resin Refresh 50 and maybe even the 100, the resin package becomes valuable because the amount of resin per Primogem is only really good for the first refresh of the day, for the 50 Primogem. Once it gets to 100, the ratio of the Welkin Moon is still better, by the way, than this new resin pack, but not as much than the 50. And then if you were to spend a third refresh every single day, for sure, the Welkin Moon is not going to be covering it as much because then it becomes more and more expensive. So it depends on what kind of spender you are. For free-to-play players, of course, this doesn't work.
I'm going to kill myself and it's your fault!
And for very low spender, this is definitely not going to be worth your money. You should keep going for the Welkin Moon, and the battle pass also will be more worthwhile. While it is double the price of this, you get much more resin in value from books and more and all that stuff than you would get from this entire package. Now, there's also rumors that there is going to be a weekly pack that might have been announced. Now, I don't know if it's been announced here or if it's basically this button that was grayed out, but this could be a weekly resin package as well, so that could be maybe more beneficial. But all in all, this seems to be an extra resin for people who already spend money and use it to refresh, but basically a scam for anyone who's very low spender and does not like to spend their Primogem in resin already, or does it only 50 Primogem a day and you stop there, which is basically what everybody should be doing for the most value in this game. But this is not a real fix to the biggest issue of this game, which is basically, as I said, resin, which prevents you from actually enjoying characters and leveling up characters. And if you would like to get your gear on, you have to spend so much of your resin into getting gear. And since the artifact system in this game is so bad and takes so long to get any usable artifacts, it is quite hard to understand that this is the way they went, basically making you pay for something you should have access to. So I do expect a lot of people not being happy about this. Wells, it won't make much of a difference. It'll be more resin available in your day, so it'll be worth it to buy for Wells because it's a small amount of money for them. But it is really not helping the majority of the community in any kind of way, shape, or form. But this seems to be the official release, so unless they change it or unless the community like fights it like they did for Zhongli, there will most likely not be a change to this. So we'll have to keep updated. This is obviously something that just announced today. We just saw the announcement on the PlayStation Store. It just happened there and it was removed quickly, so we don't know where that's gonna go. But all in all, pretty greedy move, interesting move nonetheless. I hope they add some way of rerolling artifacts or reforging stats on artifacts in the future to fix one of the biggest issues in the game, because then that would be a lot better than it is right now. So what do you guys think about this new resin system? I will put the values of the math that I made about how much this is worth in the comments below. Let me know what you think of the resin system, this new pack, and Genshin Impact in general with this whole move in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.